Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardui. Let me try to make it public. I don't think we can because of Facebook. I've been having difficulties lately. So let's go to Instagram and let's go live on Instagram so we can do that at least. Let's go live. So good evening. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. Some people call me Little Boy. Even from the 767 Whitey Kubuli, the Commonwealth of Dominica. You call me Luku Boy from Point Michelle, aka La Puente. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. How are you people doing tonight? It's a special show for me tonight. I'll explain to you why in a little bit. But good evening. I'm going to try to see if we can. Lately, we can't make it public. I don't know why, because it's not allowing me to. So you can look at me at Bardui Financial Services. You can look at me at LinkedIn, X, Instagram, but let's see what's going on here. Man, I don't know what's going on. But to all of you people who might be tuning in, welcome. We can edit it. Nah, we can't make it public. There is something going on. But who cares? Tonight, I have a great show in store for you. Hopefully, others will tune in. And as they tune in, we'll be able to help you. So hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. I'm so excited. It's Leo season, man. The Leos, they're getting wild. I hear that they're ready to turn out, but we shall see. But as we get prepared for this, let's play our theme song as we start the show. People might tune in on Bardui Financial Services. Let me see if it says anything on my regular page for today. But we'll see what happens. For some reason, it's not working. I don't know. It's not allowing me. For some reason, it's blocking a lot of my stuff. And you know what? It's not going to discourage me because you know what? I am a survivor. That's right. So let's get this going here. Let's play our theme song and we'll go from there and we'll get started. So welcome again to Tuesdays with Terrence. Here we go. Yeah. Dominica made me. That's where it all began. Island breeze, coconut trees, the heart of my plan. From the hills and the smiles to the songs of the sea. That island spirit molded the person I'd be. Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. On those snowy streets, learn to stand tall, navigating life, every rise, every fall. From the commons to the brownstones, I made my claim. With every lesson learned, I embraced my name. Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. Now the South sustains me with its warm embrace, a community of strength and love in every space. Yes. From the bayous to the beaches, I found my place. In
this journey of finance, I've learned to chase grace. Dominica made me, Boston raised me high. The South sustains my soul as I reach for the sky. With every sunrise, I'm thankful and free. A licensed financial pro, just being me. So here's to the roots that shaped who I am. From Dominica's beauty to Boston's Grand Slam. In the South I stand strong with purpose and pride. Together with my journey, side by side.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H, some people call me Havis, some people call me Terrence, some people call me Mr. Bardui. And if you're from the 767 Whitey Kubuli, the Commonwealth of Dominica, tall is her body. The village of Point Michel, St. Luke's Parish, aka La Pointe, you call me Luke Boy. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. And that's what the song just talks about, the roots of my rise, being from Dominica, moving to Boston as a teen, and learning the ropes of the city and the fray and going to financial services. And that's why I am now. Two things. Tonight will be a shortened version of my show. I might not go for the whole hour tonight. I'll tell you why in a minute. But, I hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well. And for those of you who'll be watching this on demand or on replay, thank you for supporting Tuesdays with Terrence. You can always watch it live on Bardui Financial Services. I should say you can always watch it live on my YouTube channel, Bardui Financial Services. You can always watch it live on LinkedIn at Havis Bardui. You can watch it on Instagram, HTB964, and X, formerly Twitter. You can certainly do that as well. HTB964. And let me just take a quick look. As people tune in a little bit, we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do tonight. So, anyways, got to give some shout outs. I always thank everybody for tuning in, but tonight I got to give a quick shout out to my big sister, Mrs. Betsy Davis. Today is her birthday, and she's 21. She's my big sister. I'm 61. She's 21 today, and a happy birthday to her. I pray that the good Lord continue to bless you and you have a long, long, long life. Today's my nephew's birthday, too, as well. Mr. Val, you know, I hope I sent him a happy birthday text. Hopefully, he'll respond. And all those were celebrating birthdays from the 1st of August until today, which is the 12th. Happy birthday. Now, tomorrow is a special day. It's a very special, special, special day. The one and only Muffin, aka Sandy, will be celebrating her sweet 16 birthday. If you want to know her age, you need to ask her. She'll tell you, by the way. But I say she's sweet 16, and we're traveling. So that's why I'm actually doing the show on a limited basis tonight. I got to get some rest. But we're going to do it. We're going to still talk about, it's Leo season. Are you protected? I hear the Leos, they're roaring, man. They're coming out lit. They're like lions. They're roaring. But I want to make sure that they do that. We'll have a big celebration. So for all the birthdays, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the 1st to the 12th. Happy birthday to you. Tomorrow I'll be having a good time. It's Sandy's birthday and it's epic for her. So we are going to have a blast. But tonight, it's Leo season, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about, what's going on. Let's see if there's any comments. I don't think there's any comments in the chat. No, that's not. If someone says hi, I'll say it. So I hope you people are doing well. How's your summer going? Have you taken any time off? Yeah, you've been enjoying the heat. Have you taken any time off to refresh, revive, and renew? Not just your mind, but your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. All of that needs refreshing. I see there are some people who's always traveling. They're always traveling. The Caribbean, Europe, all over the United States, all over the world. Dubai, Africa, they're always traveling. Good for them. But with all that traveling, I wonder, are they at peace on on the financial stage? A lot of people haven't done that. So tonight we're going to talk about, it's Leo season, and what are you all as Leos and those who are non-Leos as well? What are you all doing, to secure your financial future? I'm never going to stop talking about this thing, man. I love talking about it. That's what I do. For those of you who watch it, you say, man, he talks about the same thing over and over and over again. But you know what? If you want me to stop, get it? Let me put a little plug in as well. I believe my agency, American Classic Agency, we have it this coming Monday, a Get Out of Debt seminar. There's a couple of people I have to talk to this week. I can't talk to them because I'm basically traveling. But next week, I got to get up with them and set up some plans for them. But for those of you who are still procrastinating, contemplating, you know, lollygaggling, whatever they call that, procrastinating, I'm a big procrastinator as well, but I don't want you guys to be like me. So I want you to know on Monday at 7 p.m. We do have a Get Out of Debt seminar. Anyone who's interested, I'd be more than happy to share. I'm actually going to share it on my page, but I'd be more than happy to get you guys the information about this seminar because it's a seminar where it takes about 45 minutes. We're not selling you anything. We're just showing you a concept. And one of the things that bothers me about people that I know and people that I don't know as well, who are not, they're not willing to take financial literacy. One of my friends I noticed posted something on WhatsApp and on probably Facebook as well, and they had good intentions. So I'm not upset with my friend at all. They had good intentions, but sometimes it's kind of like I'm not a pharmacist, right? So I don't know what medications really do what. I mean, I have some idea because I'm in the insurance field. You know, I'm not a preacher. I'm not an architect. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an educator in terms of teaching in a school per se. Um, and all those people, they're good in their disciplines, right? But it's not everything that you read is true. It's not everything that people post. Now, one of my challenges is that I let me put it this way: like a car, I don't know how to fix a car. I don't know. I mean, I can change a tire. I don't know how to change oil. But my point I'm making here is there are mechanics that do that, right? You go to the dentist for your teeth. If you're a woman, you go to the gynecologist for your annual stuff. Men, we get our annual physical, but you get your prostate checked and you get your colonoscopies, just like women and all that stuff. But they're disciplines. Like on Sunday we met an orthodontist, on his yacht. So he does teeth, right? So when it comes to your financial services, when it comes to financial literacy, it's paramount and very important that you just don't take, just because it's on social media or someone sounds articulate or they look good presenting whatever it is that they're saying, that you just go and post it or you buy it hook, line, and sinker. Is it a proven theory? I know a lot of us, a lot of you, I should say, like to save monies in banks and stuff. We advise against that all the time. But that's what you know. And you're going to do what you know because people get comfortable with what they know. They do what they know and they get comfortable with what they know. So, what I'm saying to each and every one of you is simply this: make sure that you dot your I's and you cross your T's when it comes to what it is that you're doing. I want to say good evening to Peach Goodwill and whoever else is watching. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week. I hope you had a great August so far, summer, you know. But tonight I'm going to talk about it's Leo season for the people who are, having birthdays in like I said in August. Today's my sister's birthday, So all of you, and it's not just for Leos, but it's Leo season, so we're addressing it this way. What I'm saying here is, it's not all like glitter is gold. It's not all that you read is true. And if you know someone who's a financial professional, right, and they've given you tips or ideas, or they've given you what's the word, knowledge, and you've practiced it, or you've done what they say, and your financial situation has gotten better, whether it's your credit, whether it's protecting your family, whether it's eliminating debt, whether it's protecting your income, and you've done those things, I applaud you. But if you just listen all the time, you don't make any decisions, you always have an excuse, or you always have a reason why not. Like I said, I see everybody who watches Tuesdays with Terrence. They don't. I don't do it for show. I want to say good evening to Miss Cavell Scott. Thank you for checking in. How are you, partner? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'll send you a text later, and you'll say, okay, I'll send you a text later. But folks, it's really, really important, guys. It's really, really important that you you take financial advice from someone that you know, someone that you trust, and you know what they're saying makes sense. So, for example, if someone says to you, you know what, you got to put all your eggs in one basket with no guarantees because you may win a lot or get a lot or make a lot. Now, that's on you. It's kind of even like people with 401ks, 403bs, 457 TSPs, all that. Even now, I think last week or earlier this week or last week, the president signed an executive order, I believe, to make it so, the hedge fund, I believe hedge fund managers, the crypto, all that stuff can go into your, Bitcoin, I think in crypto, all that can go into your 401k. Now, there's a lot of people who swear by it, and I'm not here to dog it. But what I do know is this. What I do know is this. You know, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Some of you claim that you love guarantees, right? You claim you. So if you love guarantees, and some of you say, well, I like to have my money in the bank because I can not touch it, but I know it's safe. Yeah, it's safe there, but it's not giving you what you deserve. It's not doing that for you. So what I'm saying to you is there's alternatives that you can use, but you got to do your research. You got to listen to those who are talking about income protection, debt elimination, legacy creation. By the time they're 65, it'll be 1.2 or 1.4 million dollars. That 2000. No, they didn't even tell you where to put it. That 2000. You put $2,000 in a savings account, and when you're 65, with the interest rates that we have now, you probably won't even have $10,000. So people have to elaborate, right? So is it stocks? Is it bonds? Is it mutual funds? What are you putting your monies in? Is it some people invest in real estate? That's a beautiful thing. Property go up, go down, right? There's no guarantees. But there are guarantees that you can have. And this is what, and I always tell people, I'm the safe money guy, right? I'm the safe money guy. I talk about stuff that you don't want to lose, monies you don't want to ever lose. That's what I want to protect. If you want to play with some, like people go to the casino and they go with $200 and they say, I'm going to gamble at $200. If I make, excuse me, I make. But if I lose that $200, that's it. Now some people go with same other people go with $200. They're making and they're happy. They can't quit. When and let's say they lost the 200, they go in either their ATM or their credit card and get a cash advance or because you. And I'm not condoning gambling, but I'm just making a point. And there's some gamblers who are very disciplined, but that's not gambling is not a financial plan. That's luck and chance. Playing the lottery is not a financial plan. Just like you hear me talk in the past that having a GoFundMe is not life insurance. You see, so playing the lottery is not your financial plan. Now, you may play and hit. People have hit. That was that young guy in California who hit almost $1 billion. But the key here is this. What are you going to do to sustain that? Cavell says, I know someone who panics if their bank account goes below 1,000. And that's and you know what? Cavell, great point. I had a colleague, he in the industry that we're in, whenever his pending commissions was below $10,000 for that pay cycle, he would panic. So which tells me that he was working hard. But $1,000 to some people is a lot of money, and to some people it's chicken feed. They say the average American don't have $500 if an emergency hits. That's what financial pundits say. They say the average American don't have monies to replace if someone come and slash 4 of your tires on your car. You don't have the money to replace it. So I'm not here to ostracize people. I'm not here to even force people to do anything. I'm just here to educate you, to tell you to change your thinking. Change your thinking. If you bought a house recently, you need to talk to me or any of my business partners. Cavell is on the line. Peach Google is on the line. Peach's Google is on the line. You need to talk to them to find out how can I get out of debt. You need to talk to me, and we will show you. Now, you might say, well, why would I contact them? Because some of you look at us as insurance agents. We are, but that's not what all we do. We financial plan for you. And listen, life insurance, right? I'm going to give you 10 things. There's a lot more you can use it for. But I'm going to give you 10 things you can use life insurance for right now. Right now. Ready? Number 1, college planning. Number 2, debt elimination. Number 3, living benefits. It's not long-term care, but you can use it like for long-term care if you need it like that, right? Legacy. Right? You can use it as a bank. That's only 5. You want more? I can give you more. You can use it to create for charity, fraternity, or church, and there are companies that will match a certain amount, how much that they're getting. All right, that's 6. You want more? You can use it to fund vacations. I see you guys going all over the place. Going to Miami. So that's 7, right? I see vacations. You ready? You could use it to start a business. As you start building. That's 8, right? I want to give you one that you never thought about. You can use it as a way to teach your children and your grandchildren financial literacy. That's 9. That's one that people don't even know, right? You can use life insurance for guaranteed returns. And this is what I tell people. Most people don't know that, right? Let me see. Cavell says, I just found out that don't have a policy of any kind on the person. All right. Well, that person, if you found out there's no policy of any kind, this is a great opportunity for you to talk to them and say, hey, listen, Mr. Jones or Miss Jones, I would like to sit down with you and go over their options. Tell them about what term does, what whole life does, what index universal life. But this person needs to have something. Start somewhere. I've always told people you have to start somewhere, right? And I don't care where that somewhere is. I don't care where that somewhere is. You have to start somewhere. So, Cavell, my recommendation is you talk to that person. You know, you talk to that person. Now, check this out. It's Leo season. It's August, right? So all the Leos are roaring, like lions and lionesses. They're doing that, and that's a beautiful thing, right? It's Leo season, but are you protected? There's a young man that was referred to me by someone. I've called him a couple times. As a matter of fact, I've called him 3 times. And today is my final time. I'm going to text him. Every time I call him, oh, I'm going to call you right back. I'm going to call you right back. He's a small business owner. And life happens. One time he was registering his kid for school. Another time he was doing this. Another time he was doing that. And I know life happens, but where are your priorities? Because he's the one who informed one of my colleagues that he was interested, and she passed it to me. But life happens. I know so many stories of where people procrastinated and waited. Like I know people right now who have chronic and critical illnesses and they're uninsurable. One text me today. One text me 2 weeks ago. I talked to one a couple weeks ago. And so the point I'm trying to make here is that we wait till, I'm going to draw an analogy. I saw on Facebook, some of you are going to laugh. I saw on Facebook, right? a woman posted a guy on a wheelchair with a mask, and he has an oxygen tank, his arms in a sling, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's looking like this, and the caption says, "Oh, I'm ready to settle down and get married now." The guy, no, he ain't ready. He wants a babysitter, not a babysitter. I should a caretaker. So I'm not picking on people like that. I'll make it very clear. Whether you're single or you're married, and that's your choice. The single life is a beautiful life too, because you don't have to deal with people getting on your last name. A married life is also a beautiful life too. But what I'm saying, it doesn't matter whether you're single or you're married. You cannot be making all these different excuses. You know, Someone told me they only take advice from millionaires, financial advice. And I was like, so, and that same person sometimes will share information with me, stuff that I know. And I'm like, why are you sharing that with me? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Hey, the DMV girl, good evening. Don't wait until it's too late. How are you? Congratulations on you moving to your new broker dealer. Yeah, I see you. You're going to be moving, girl. You're going to be moving. Pretty soon we got to get together when I'm up there for trainings and stuff. We got to get together so we can, partner up with some of your clients, get them out of debt. But let me explain something to each and every one of you guys. My job is not to tell you what you have to do. My job is not to tell you what you got to do. My job is just to educate you so you can make an informed decision. Because if you're not educated, you're going to make a bad decision. How many bad decisions have you made in your life? I know I've made a lot, a ton. Some of them I wasn't informed, and some of them I was just blatantly a pain in the butt, wanting to do my own thing. This is what I'm saying to you. That's right, DMV girl. We again, congratulations on your changing broker dealers, and I should say brokers, I should say. And I'm watching your progress on social media. I pray that your business expand, and all my colleagues as well was watching too. But getting back to the subject in the lecture at hand, you know, you wait till it's too late, and then what can you do? I was talking to one of my colleagues last week who reached out to me about something, and we were just talking about it, a case where it was in the DMV, where it was a doctor who lost their husband. You know, I think the guy used to be a cop, I believe. But anyways, the point about it is there. So now that the guy used to handle all the finances, right? But now, and this person has a great career, they're a medical doctor, but now they have to start making decisions. They have these young kids. They got to start thinking about college planning. There are so many people that I know that make so much money, right? But they will not take the right advice. They, we were discussing that the other day in our devotion, where people will look at you, if Denzel Washington, or I'm just naming names, Patti LaBelle, or I don't know, uh, Rick Ross, and let me switch it up a little bit. Richard Gere, Billy Joel, famous people say something, you know, everybody gets into it. Do you remember that guy, Ben Friedman, whatever his name was, the guy that just got all these years for the fraud he was doing with his crypto or Bitcoin, or whatever. He was based in Bahamas. Remember him? A lot of people was associated with him. Tom Brady, I think Shaq, I think Steph Curry. No, when I say that, they were spokespeople, right? So they were not doing anything wrong per se, but they were endorsing something. You see, everything that I endorse about what I talk about, everything that I endorse and what I talk about, it's guarantees. Whether it's life insurance, whether it's 401k rollovers, whether it's final expense, whether it's getting out of debt, which is debt elimination, whether it's legacy creation, whether it's income protection, whether it's college planning, you can never lose. And I am not telling you don't take chances or take risk. You can, but there should be a portion of your funds that's protected, period. There should be a portion of your fund that you never take risks with. I was listening to a sportscaster today. He said, and he's a very successful sportscaster. I mean, he has a sports show. He makes millions a year, by the way. He used to work at ESPN, and now he works Fox Sports. And he said what he said today. He said, I don't want a 24-year-old financial advisor. That's just him. Now, it doesn't mean that the 24-year-old don't know what they're talking. He says, I want someone who's gone through markets, who went to 2008, who went to 19, you know, and because that's why my money's with an older person with an older firm. And that's not what I'm here to talk about. I don't care where you put your money. I just want to have some of it so I can protect it for you. What portion of it are you willing to protect? What portion? So back to the lecture at hand. It's August, right? It's Leo season. It's Leo season. Are you protected? You have a mortgage? If you have a mortgage, I can show you how to get out of how to get out of debt in under 10 years without spending any additional money that you're spending right now. There's a young lady that I call my little sister from the Caribbean as well. Now, next week, I have to call her to schedule an appointment. She told me August. And, we're going to talk about getting out of debt. And she's a nurse practitioner. And I think she has a doctorate in nursing, I think. But that's not, I don't care if it was John Doe who worked at the plant. I don't care if you're a cop, EMT, working at the mall, real estate, a preacher, a secretary, I don't care what you are, regardless of your condition, not condition, let me rephrase that word, regardless of your situation, conditions sound like you're sick, right? Regardless of your situation, I can help. I can help. We can help you. And one of the things that bothers me a lot is I'm not talking to people who have done it already. I can see, there's multiple people watching, and two of them is my clients. I think three of them are my clients because they put stuff in place. I don't want anything to happen to them, but if something happens, they're going to be okay. Their family's going to be okay. I'm talking about the ones who are procrastinating. I'm thinking of someone right now who's kind of like my little sister as well. One time on Tudays with Terrence, she was on one time. She goes, I know you're talking to me. She says, go ahead, talk to me. And I've been telling her for a few years now to put something in place. And she keeps saying she's not ready because she's going through this, she's going through that. And I'm like, I know what you're going through. Start now. Every year you wait is the longer, uh, actually, let me rephrase that. Every year you wait is the more expensive it gets. In my business, we say this: the best time to get life insurance was yesterday. The second best time is today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday's gone. You only have today. So look at what you have. Look at where you are. Do you have debt? Do you have a mortgage? Do you have student loans, credit cards? You know, especially people who watch my show who have, guaranteed income. You have a job. You know, some entrepreneurs sometimes we make a lot, sometimes we make nothing, sometimes we in between. But for those of you who are guaranteed, and entrepreneurs too as well, you know, I met, on Sunday, we met an orthodontist and he asked me, what do I do? And I gave him my card. I said, man, I help people with income protection, debt elimination, and legacy creation. Income protection, debt elimination, legacy creation. He looks like he's a very successful orthodontist because he has a yacht. you know, will he call me? No, my job is just to put the information out there. It's incumbent on you to wait for him to call you. Maybe he's all set. Maybe he's all set with solid financial plans. I respect that. Those of you with solid financial plans, I respect. But I know there's some people out there who are not, who are, they played Russian roulette. You take the bullet, put it in the gun, you spin it, and you go, see if it misses. They play Russian roulette. But I do want to commend those who have put stuff in place. I'm so proud of you. Let me tell you a story. I got a referral a few years back. I was in Atlanta visiting my kids, and I got a referral. I was in a Panera Bread, and my client in Virginia gave me a referral to someone in Pennsylvania. I called the lady. As a matter of fact, the lady called me on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, or maybe she did call me yesterday. I don't remember. Maybe yesterday she called. Whatever. But this lady, she is disciplined. When I say a disciplined saver, discipline. She lives in the same house she was born in or grew up in because her parents passed. She had a child years ago, but the child died really young. I don't know if the child was stillborn or whatever, but she's never been married. But she's very disciplined in her financial literacy. What I mean by that is she has hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash value life insurance. Her home is paid for, her car's paid for. She has qualified plans where she has to take a minimum required distribution every year. She even have a UL, a universal life policy. This lady can put a hand on monies, a lot of monies, like that. But guess what? When she calls me, she always says, "How you doing, Mr. Terrence?" I always say, "Good." And she always says, "I don't want you to go anywhere. Don't die on me." I'm like, I don't plan on dying, but I don't control that. I guess what she was doing, she was reaffirming that, what I've done for her, is what she needed. And as she gets older, she's going to need me to guide her, when she has decisions to make. And that makes me feel good. You know why? Because she listened. And she didn't do everything I told her to do, but she was doing a great job because she's disciplined. And this is someone who thinks that they're going to run out of money. This lady's about 75, 76 years old. She ain't running out of money. I know how much money she has. She's not spending it frivolously like some of us do. We spend money we don't have. We spend money because we can spend it. When this lady goes supermarket shopping, she got all these coupons, man. And she's always complaining. And you ever notice the people with money are the ones always complaining like they don't have. And the ones who don't have, they live in large. Shot caller, big baller. But regardless of what your situation is, whether you've planned or you haven't planned, having a solid financial plan is paramount for you, for your family. If you have siblings who purchase a home or parents who purchase a home who have a mortgage, I'm the person I don't sell houses, but if they have a mortgage, they need to eliminate their debt. Wouldn't it be nice if you got a 30-year mortgage and in under 10 years you're out of that mortgage, but while paying yourself without losing a penny? I have this one client, man. Gosh, I love this client. I just did something for her last month, right? And years ago, what I did for her was huge. Now we just all we're doing now is not patching anything. We're just protecting the rest of it at smaller increments. But back then, this person, had owned a home, was separated, went through a divorce, and I talk about her a lot. And she said to me, "Oh, I'll talk with you in the fall." I didn't believe her because her sister was my client. I know her sister very well. I know her sister almost 20 years now. And finally, when October came, I saw her sister, and and she said, "Oh, you talk to my sister?" I said, "She told me to call her." She said, "You should call her." So I called her. I scheduled an appointment with this lady, and I'm telling you, everything I tell her to do, she does. I remember one time I locked myself in the car. I locked the key in the car or something. Something happened, and I couldn't get it. And the client, where I was at the Wawa, I had to call that client and say, "Hey, this is what happened to me." They go, "Oh, where you need to go?" And the person works from home now. Took me to Sandy's job, get the keys, came back, boom, 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 did that. Actually, they gave me their car to go and get the stuff, and then I run it back and I would get them, I think. My point I'm trying to make here is that every one of us are not the same. And there are some of us who are more disciplined than others, and there are some of us who take advice. So just like I don't know anything about real estate, so if I would talk to a realtor if I needed advice. It's the same thing with what I do. Sometimes you guys think that, man, the insurance guy. Yeah, we do that, but that's not all we do. As a matter of fact, we use the new kind. Some of you all and your parents got the old kind with no living benefits and those stuff. The old kind that expire. So some of you may have term policies. Does it have a convertibility feature on it? Does it? Some of you, um, There's someone who reached out to me, will not say if it's a male or female, in case they watch this, and they wanted me to help them. And they told me, oh, I'm all good. When I checked their stuff, they weren't all good. They had accidental death stuff. Accidental. Most people don't die by an accident. People die by accidents all the time, but most people don't. People, people die from natural causes, even a homicide or different things. A few years ago, people died from COVID, right? They were. So what I try to do is just to educate. I try to teach people to change the trajectory that you're on. Change your mindset. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. And I applaud those who are doing, who took my advice. I'm so proud of you. I'm more proud of you. And I always tell my clients, when I leave, pat yourself on the back because they did a good job. Now they listened to me, but they did it. They had to make a decision. I didn't force them. So, what I can say to each and every one of you tonight is simply this: Leo season is here. Are you protected? Are you protected? And if you're not, why not? Why not? We have on Monday, this coming Monday, a get out of debt workshop. All right. It's not for long. It's only about for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And some of you need to get on this and just watch what we're talking about. It won't be long. Some of you have mortgages, student loans, credit cards, car loans, equity line of credits, personal loan. I almost said PPP loans. That's a joke. But what I'm saying here, folks, with all of those, there is a way, and we're not talking about debt consolidation. We're talking about debt elimination. I've met multiple people who've done debt consolidation, and I'm trying to talk to them, and it's like talking to a brick wall. Consolidating is not eliminating. We teach you to pay yourself first. How many people does that? How many? How many? Pay yourself first. You pay everybody: the light man, the gas man, the water man, the phone man, the cell man, the internet man, the car payment, the mortgage man or woman, all those little subscriptions that you have: Amazon, Netflix, Apple Music, Hulu, the gym. Like they say in the South, everybody and your mama getting paid. Why can't you get paid? You see, when you get your paycheck, you haven't you haven't paid yourself. You receive monies for services rendered. You know, you worked, you did service, you worked, and you get your money back. Not your money back, but you work, you get money for the work that you put in. But then when you get that, you have to pay yourself too. You have to. Because if you don't, guess what? Don't let too late be your cry. You know why? Because my mother used to say that all the time. When it's too late, it's too late. Folks, I think a lot of you are very intelligent, way more intelligent than me. I think a lot of you can make better decisions. You just need some structure, some guidance, and someone to show you. And that's what I do. That's where I come in. I teach you how to do those things. I take great pride in teaching you and explaining to you. You know, yes, ma'am. I take great pride in trying to explain to what I do. I take great pride in, you know, the last few weeks, like the last month, in the past month, I was talking about rolling over your 401ks, your 403bs, your 457 TSPs. Allow me, just have a consultation with me. Let me show you some stuff. And some of you have children in their 20s, 30s. If they start now, when they get to 40, When they get to be my age, they'll be born in short calling. When they get to be your age, they'll be born in short calling. And you need that for your children. Teach your children financial literacy that you did not know. Our parents did the best that they could. First of all, when I think about my parents, I don't know how they. My father was the only one who worked. I got 9 siblings, never missed a meal. We're not talking about those people. You know, we're talking about people today. Some of you are making a lot of money. Are you paying yourself? If you have extra money, are you dumping it into the National Bank of you? You're like, what? I can be in my own bank? Yes, you can. Wealthy people do it. I was talking to someone one time and they told me when they get a settlement, they're going to call me. They were going through something. I never believed them. You know why? If you ain't gonna let me help you with $25 a month or $50 a month, it's when you get 300,000 or 400,000 you're gonna call me. If you won't let me help you with chicken feed, you're gonna help me with elephant feed. You get it? So what I can say to each and every one of you, we have a way that you can get out of debt in 9 years or less without paying any additional money that you're spending right now. We can show you that concept. We have a way to teach you how to pay yourself. We have a way to teach you how to protect your income. Do you know what your most valuable asset is? It's not your home or your car, your bank account, your 401k. Your most valuable asset is your ability to earn an income. Protect that. Protect that. I know this, folks, as we come to a close, we're coming to a close. As we're coming to a close, I do know this. I can say that the last 5 years, in February will be 6 years I've been doing this. 6 years. Six. I've never missed a show, ever. I'm not patting my back because I'm good. I'm praising him above. I've done it sick. I've done this show sick as a dog. You all didn't know. I've done it tired. Some of my colleagues have texted me, some of my friends, and say, man, you're looking tired, man. Today, I'm tired now, but I gotta come and pontificate. I gotta come and educate. I gotta come and teach. So if I pontificate and educate and elaborate on what I do, you have to make a decision. So here's my, like a preacher when he's talking, he goes to the altar call. So here is my charge for you who are watching today. Today, if you like what you heard, if something I said resonated with you tonight, and you know you're not in order, all in order, contact me. You're like, how do I contact you? Well, you contact me every other way: Instagram, LinkedIn, X, YouTube. You can contact me any way is possible. Phone numbers. You see my phone number, my cell phone. It's public information. Area code 864-607-1361. My office 434-535-6099. Listen, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. If you call me and I'm busy, I'll call you within 24 hours. But what I do know is this: I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. And I pray that you tell your family and friends, you know what? Are we good? Instead of having, when we have all these family reunion things, do we even talk about these kind of things? You know, do we do that with our families? We should. We should. I have my belly, that means I'm hungry. Folks, don't let too late be your cry. Don't let too late be your cry. I want you to have income protection, debt elimination, legacy creation. Excuse me. When you have that, it means your pyramid, your foundation is solidified. So when the wind blows and the storm comes, the financial winds and storms, you can stand it. I know you can. I know you will. So tonight, as we close, you know, usually I yell and shout. Cavell says, great show tonight. That means I was calm, huh, Cavell? Yeah, as we close tonight, folks, have these conversations with your loved ones, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your friends. Say, you know what, Johnny, we're friends, right? I care about you. I love you. We're not talking about, the filial. We're talking about the agape, the love God has for his children, you know, that kind of love. And because I love you, man or woman or friend or whomever you want to call, however you address them, I want to make sure, just in case, if something happens, everyone's going to be fine. And this is a question that you tell them or you ask them. Ask your, I challenge anybody who watched the show tonight, the next person that you talk to, family, friend, foe, even if you were speeding and it was a cop, say, if you're not making it home tonight, is there anyone in your family or anyone at all who would be affected financially? And if they say yes, if they say no, no one be affected, you just move away from them because those people full of crap. Because if people depends on your income, they will be affected financially. Some of you still take help children, grandchildren, whatever. That's what we do. We help family, right? But if that's the case, what if we're not no longer there to help them? Today I met this great guy from Jamaica, from St. Mary's. Really nice guy. We were talking, and after a while, I was talking about so what's so beautiful from my church who's from St. Mary's, and he said to me, "What are you, Seventh Day Adventist?" SDA, yes. I was proud. I don't know. I don't think it, I had my chooses with Terrence shirt, but that guy, you know, he says, he's working so he can go back home, and he has family, but he takes care of people back home. You know, so what? Before I leave, I'll see him again, and I'll give him my card, and I'll say, "Man, you need to call me. Are you protected? Are you protected?" So that's what my challenge is for each and every one of you. Ask them, if I don't make it home tonight, if you don't make it home tonight, will there anyone who be affected financially? Especially if you are an immigrant or a foreigner. Although most people help people back home. So, and even here as well, in the great US of A. So tonight, as we close, have an introspect, reflect on what it is that you can tell people, how you can show them. And don't be scared. No is a complete answer, is a complete sentence. Someone say no, well, you move to the next person. That's all. Because there are some people who need your help. And there's some people that you have to help educate. You see, too many times we always giving, and what we're giving is not stuff that people can. Because if you keep giving, what did they say? Give a man a fish, you feed him for today. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. I want each and every one of us and our family and friends to be protected. The show is called Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is H. Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. Some people call me Little Boy. And if you're from the 767, Whitey Cooley, tall as her body, the Commonwealth of Dominica, you call me Luku Boy. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. So good night, everybody. The roots of my rise. Dominica made me. Like and share.
Dominica made me. That's where it all began.
That's where it began.
Island breeze, coconut trees, the heart of my plan. From the hills and
thanks for tuning in tonight. God bless you.
That island spirit molded the person
Hasta la vista. Good night, DMV girl. Good night, Tavera Scott. Good night, Peace Goodwill. Good night, whoever else is watching. I can't see if you didn't comment. God bless you. I'm a licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. Good night. God bless you. Peace. I'm out.